In this video, we will discuss about constructional details of practical DC machines. What are the major parts are there in our DC machines? We will discuss now. The first part is yoke, and second part is pole core and pole shoe, and third point is armature winding. Fourth part is armature core. Fifth part is commutator, and sixth part is brushes. And one more winding is also there, that is a field winding. So these are the major parts in our DC machine. And this is the outer frame, and this part is called the yoke of a DC machine. These two are the field poles. This is the shape of the pole. On the field poles we wound the winding. This winding is called the field winding. This winding is called the field winding. And this field winding is excited with the DC supply. Then it acts as a north pole and south pole. So first of all, what is the function of yoke? Yoke acts as a protecting cover for entire machine. This acts as a protecting cover for entire machine. That is the first point. And second point is yoke provides mechanical support for the field poles. So this is a yoke, and the field poles are fixed to the yoke with the help of a bolt. And it is in hollow cylindrical shape. It gives the mechanical support for the field winding. It gives the mechanical support for the field poles. And yoke is made up of cast iron. So yoke is made up of cast iron for small machines. For large machines, it is made up of cast steel or silicon steel. So what is the function of yoke? The first point is the function of yoke. It gives mechanical support for the field poles. And second, it is in hollow cylindrical shape. Hollow cylindrical shape. It is made with cast iron for small machines, cast steel for large machines, and it gives or it acts as a protecting cover for entire machine. The first point is it gives the mechanical support for the field poles, and it is in hollow cylindrical shape. It is made with cast iron for small machines and cast steel for large machines, and it acts as a protecting cover for entire machines. So in an ESET examination, the important objective bits are yoke is the DC machines. In a DC machines, yoke is made up of dash. for small machines. Yoke is made up of cast iron for a small machine. Function of yoke is dash. It acts as a mechanical support for the field poles, and that is the first point, and it acts as a protecting cover for entire machine. And one more thing, so externally, as we discussed already, the magnetic flux lines are from north pole to south pole, but internally south pole to north pole. This is the magnetic flux direction. Sectionally it is north pole to south pole, but internally it is south pole to north pole. Yoke provides the low reluctance path. Whatever the yoke is provides, the last point is yoke provides low reluctance path. So low reluctance path, and reluctance symbol is S. Reluctance is in magnetic field, resistance is in electric field. What is the property of resistor in an electric field? It opposes the flow of free electrons, that means it opposes the electric current. Similarly, same way, reluctance is a property which opposes the magnetic flux lines. The flux is equal to MMF by divided by reluctance, and the current is equal to EMF divided by resistance. MMF is a magnetomotive force divided by reluctance. Current is in electric field, EMF by resistance. EMF is the electromotive force and MMF is the magnetomotive force. You know the definition of EMF, electromotive force. The force required to move the electrons in a particular direction is called the electromotive force. And coming to the magnetic field, MMF, the force required to move the magnetic flux lines in a faster rate, that is called the MMF. So what are the magnetic flux lines? If a reluctance is low and the magnetic flux lines is more. If a resistance is low, the current flows through the resistance value, or the conductor value is more, increases. Similarly, same way, it should consisting of a low reluctance path. Then only magnetic flux lines will be flows through the yoke is maximum or more. Okay, so this is the function of the yoke. You have to remember here cast iron for small machines and cast steel for large machines. So this is about the outer part of the machine, and this is about the yoke.